Good morning, everybody. Or if you're on the East Coast or anywhere else in the world, good afternoon. My name is Cole. This is B. We're here today to tune in, right? That's what we're doing today. We're trying to get to a deeper level of truth that resides within us. Now, I don't know if you guys had a chance to do the wonderful workout last week. That was my yoga high intensity. Today is the other side of the coin. Today is yoga 5, floor integration. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be taking kind of yoga, some core pelvic stuff, and we're going to blend it all together into more of a yin-like practice. So I hope you get yourselves into a really comfortable position and really just honor yourself. This is like a date with yourself. So just like immerse in the sensuality of just giving to yourself. It's like a self massage. You know, if you were massaging yourself and you went too deep, right? It hurts. You need to like have the right balance of, hey Heidi, nice to see you on here. Hope your drive is going smooth. We need to have the right balance of what's going on. Thanks for joining us today, Jennifer. I appreciate it. So here we are, another glorious day, another glorious yoga mat. Now let's just take a second and we're just going to tune in with what's happening in our bodies, okay? So we're going to just come down, knees, and we're just going to come back into our wonderful child's position. So the hands will reach forward, the butt will press down, the heels, the butt will be kind of towards the heels, the arms will reach forward, and we're going to give that lower back a chance to expand. Now, when we're beginning any yoga practice, we really want to remember what we're doing here and the integrity and the intention of what's happening, right? We're breathing in nice and slow and deep and full. And the reason we're doing that is because we want to fill our lungs all the way up and we want to empty our lungs all the way out. Now, why would we want to do that? Well, we're normally breathing kind of shallow. So first of all, it gives us the extra health and the boost. Now, why do we want to breathe through the nose? Well, there's lots of extra filters in the nose, and so it helps filter the air more, so it's purer oxygen. And then why full breaths? Well, really, besides the other two reasons, is it's not natural. It's not normal. So we actually have to focus on it. So this is where we live in our yoga practice, the breath. Yoga is literally to yoke the war horse of the mind to the chariot of the body. So we're going to yoke those together via the vehicle of the breath. So today, I want you to just really honor where you're at. I'm going to give you some directions, some ideas, some potentials to move in, but you don't need to do anything. In fact, the whole point is to just be peaceful and breathe. So it's more like a yoga buffet. Take what you want, enjoy as much of it as you want, but don't overeat and blame the yoga instructor because this is not my practice today, loves. This is your practice, right? So make it for you. I'm going to make my practice for me. B is going to make her practice for her. You get to make your practice for you. And that's how you get to honor the divinity that lives within. So thank you so much for being here. Take a couple more breaths in this child pose. And when we ground, just feel what's happening for us in our bodies, our mental, emotional, physical place where we're at. Kind of the set of experience. All the collection of things that have happened up into this moment right here, and all the collection of things. I mean, it's a lifelong stuff we've done to our bodies. So we're just going to take a couple breaths, and I like to just roll the forehead a little bit on the ground. It kind of gives the brain a signal to just unwind. Deep breaths through the nose, deep breaths out of the nose. Beautiful. Beautiful. Awesome. Now here we go. We're going to come up. We're going to press with the hands, and we're going to walk the hands to the feet. Just a nice, easy beginning. And I just want you to ground right here. And I want you to think of something that you're truly grateful for. Something that lifts you up and makes you feel loving and wonderful. So that's what we're doing. I want you to sit here, close your eyes, tune in, and just send some gratitude out to the universe for being here, for being your authentic self, for loving on somebody, for some gift that came in your life, for something you didn't have to work towards or for. I'm just going to figure out what's going on with my thing here. Okay, there we go. That should be better. While we do this, little technicality here. And so that should be better. All right, let's see how that works. All right, guys. So Figure out something that we're grateful for, that we feel good about in our lives, and ground that into the body. We're going to start our practice today with feeling gratitude. And yes, it is okay if you come up with 5, 10 different things. Thanks for joining us today. I'm glad that you're here. So just start feeling that gratitude. And then we're just going to start moving around. We're going to bring the body into little circles in front. So I'm going to start doing some clockwise circles first. I'm just going to kind of tune in. You can keep the eyes closed here if you want. For these more relaxed poses, these more relaxed yogas, you can keep the eyes more closed because it's about the inner work more than the outer work. So just start finding a little rhythm. Maybe you want like nice wide ones because you're feeling nice and loose. Or maybe you're just trying to kind of tune in and get a little vibration in the body and you just need something nice and soft. Whatever you feel is your place today is perfect. But are you breathing deep and slow through that nose? Is each breath filling your lungs all the way up? Now switch directions. Is each exhale emptying your lungs completely? Are you focused on the breath and letting things go? I like these little beginners where we start spinning in circles because it kind of, for me, feels like we're dumping out. We're dumping out any of the stress of our minds. We're dumping out any of our stress of the days. There's no past. There's no future. We're just here in this beautiful flow together. Yes, it's like cleansing, you know, it just washes over you and you just feel better. You feel like the body's detoxing. You just get all those good enzymes throughout your body and just smile because we're here to have fun. And when you smile, it tells the body that good things are happening. So you release all those nice chemicals in your body. Great, so now stand up nice and tall, bring the arms in all the way up and just shine your heart. Squeeze the sunshine wherever it may be, even if it's a cloudy day like this. And bring it into your heart and just let that warmth fill your body and come up to your knees. Beautiful. Now we're just going to do some arm circles real quick, warming up the shoulders because we'll be on them. So just swing the arms around a little bit. Beautiful. All right, and then swing them back the other way. Nice. Take a couple of seconds, swinging the arms a little bit. Nice. Okay, and then we're going to do across the body. So give yourself a hug and love on yourself. Say something you love about yourself. I'm beautiful. Reach the arms back out. Cross the arms the other way. I'm deserving. Reach the arms out. Cross them the other way. I'm a team player. Reach the arms out. Cross them the other way. I'm a great friend. Reach the arms out. 2 more. Whatever you feel is true about you. I'm lovable. I'm worthy. Beautiful. 1 more swing of the arms, and then we're going to plant the hands, and we're going to come to tabletop position. So from here, there's a lot of micro things we can do here. So if you notice, it comes to the side a little bit. If you just go normal, you kind of have this sag in the back. We don't want that. And we want to lift it by actually squeezing the core. So we're going to suck the core in and make that back nice and flat. And you'll already feel that in the pelvic floor area. Remember, this is floor integration. So we're going to have a lot of floor stuff going on today. So you can even pull that perineum muscle as you flex that back and then hold that, clench that together as we lift the left arm up and that right foot back. So you kind of got a lot going on here. It's a simple pose, but there's already a lot happening. The core is pressing in, you're squeezing those bandis, you're lifting that left arm, you're raising that right leg, and you're staying calm. You should be able to keep a nice calm face and a nice deep breath no matter what we're doing in and out of the nose. So hold that, breathe in, shine your light out, and then on the next exhale, slowly melt that down. I'm going to do a nice cat and cow. So inhale up, exhale, press all the way up. That tailbone is playing the spine. Do it again, inhale from the tailbone all the way up to the chest. Shine your light forward, maybe have a smile. Exhale, tuck the tailbone all the way back up. Now we're going to come to neutral. Come back to neutral and then switch. Flexing that core, holding that bande, right arm, left leg. Beautiful. Now we're in the second pose on the other side. Like my wonderful dear friend Heidi said today, yoga is about balance. So we're going to do both sides. Let's just be grateful today that we're not octopi. Because if we were, we'd have 8 sides to do. But we're not. So we can already have another beautiful moment of gratitude. So I hope you're still collecting things for gratitude as you breathe in deep and hold your breath, or not hold your breath, but breathe in fully and completely. 1 more deep breath, nice. Put it back down. We're gonna do a couple more cats and cows. So rolling up the spine from the tip of the tailbone, and then inhaling, coming back the opposite direction. Shining out. Exhaling, coming from the tip of the tailbone all the way to the tip of the skull. Inhale, coming back the other way. Let's do one more for good measure. I hope everything's starting from your core. Exhale, press it up, squeeze it up, push everything. Exhale, come back to neutral. Nice. Now we're gonna put it together. So you're gonna lift the left arm and the right leg, and you're gonna breathe in really deeply, and you're gonna let it out, squeezing that core even more, exhaling slowly through the nose, and then you're gonna breathe in once more, squeeze everything up, including that right buttock, and then exhale, melt it down. Beautiful. And switch on the next breath. So breathe in all the way up. Exhale, really engage the core and squeeze everything. Inhale, breathe it up and press it up. Exhale, melt it back down. Now immediately switch to the other side. Oh, I love these technical difficulties on my phone. This is fun. We're learning together though, aren't we? So switch to the other side. You're breathing in the second breath. Nice. And then exhaling, let that melt back down. And then switch to the other side. We're going to inhale, hold it up. And then exhale, engage everything. Beautiful. And then inhale, lift it up. Squeeze your buttock. Exhale, back down. Good. We got two more. Inhale, that left hand, right leg comes up. Exhale, engage and squeeze and hold. Inhale, press it up. Squeeze everything. Exhale, back down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, engaging, pressing everything nice and flat. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhale, bringing it down. Now keep that neck neutral. Last round, here we go. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, engaging everything. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, coming down. Last side. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, engaging everything. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, coming down. Beautiful. Legs will come back to a plank position, and we're just gonna melt down. It's an eccentric push-up for the count of 10, 9, 8, squeeze that core, 7, squeeze the butt, 6, come on down slow, 5, you got this, 4, I believe in you, 3, 2, when you get there, hover, 5, 4, 3, 2, melt down, beautiful. Hands can come out a little wider. I want you to inhale nice and slow. Shine your heart up as much as you want. We're gonna do 5 of these, so take your time. Exhale, melt back down. Beautiful. Inhale, nice and slow and deep through your nose. The corners of your mouth can come up. Yes, that's called a smile. Exhale, nice and slow. Beautiful. Coming back down. 3 more. Press up. Enjoy. Reaching forward with that chest and that heart. Exhale, melting back down. Maybe coming up a little bit more each time. Inhale, really stretching up. Make sure to keep the neck in line with the spine. We're in natural position. Exhale, come back down. 1 more, we'll hold it at the top. Breathe in, this is your chance to really warm up that spine. Exhale, smile and hold. And just slowly try to keep the breath nice and deep. In through the nose, out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. You can even get that ujjayi breathing, that deep throat breathing. Breathe it in, exhale and melt. Beautiful. Now we're gonna do a 5-second concentric push-up. So you're gonna push your body up on the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Squeeze that core and let the core drive you back. Pushing that butt into the air, pressing the hands back into a downward facing dog. Then you're gonna press up in your down dog and you're gonna lift up your toes and then melt them back down. Beautiful. 3 more. Lift up onto the toes, squeezing the pelvic floor and the core. Melt the toes back down. Beautiful. 2 more. Breathing in deeply and sweetly, filling your lungs completely. Exhaling. Beautiful. All the way back down. Last one. Hold it up on the toes. Let out the breath slowly. If you want a next level, tap your right hand to your left leg and bring it back. Tap your left hand to your right leg and bring it back. If you're just holding there, just hold there and breathe nice and slow, staying on those toes. We got 2 more here, so here's 2. Last round to go. Breathe in, stay calm, mirror the breath with the movement, getting those toes a nice workout for the calves, and then melt the feet back down. Now walk out your dog and find out where your body's at. Don't tell your body where it should be. Ask your body where it's at and be curious. Let the body tell you where it's at today. Maybe you need a little twist to the side. Maybe you need a twist to the other side. Just find out where you're at here and enjoy. Beautiful. So now we're gonna lift that right leg up and you're gonna squeeze that right buttock and you're gonna bring that right knee to the right arm in a push-up position. You're gonna do two more of those. So inhale it up, exhale it forward. Tap that elbow. Inhale it up, exhale it down. That's 3. So on 3, we're gonna hold and tick-tock. 3, 2, 1. Tap the right elbow, back up, you're done. Beautiful. Place that right foot next to left foot. Now the shoulders should be getting a little tired, but we got one more side to go. See, we're not an octopus. Lift that left leg up. Sure, you could come down to the elbows. Left knee to left arm. Sure, you could take a break. Sure, you could skip these all together. Are you breathing deep and slow? Because if you're not, then you probably should be skipping these. Because this is about the breath, remember? We're staying calm and we're breathing deep. Third one, we do what? We tick-tock. So inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale to the right, exhale. Tap that left elbow, press it all the way back up. Beautiful. The left leg's gonna sweep. It's gonna come through. It's gonna plant next inside of that left foot, the left hand, and you're gonna drop that back knee. Beautiful. So come up. Hands can press on that knee. And I want you to get into a nice strong position here. Imagine that even from the floor, we can suck the power of life. We can use even a more defensive or smaller pose, even something that's not so warrior-like. We can draw from it and lift our love and our light to the sky. We can be on the ground, but be 10 feet high. That's what we're doing here. I want you to expand your soul out. I want you to lift your energy, that you're like lifting the people around you, that it's so powerful. And just breathe deep and slow and celebrate that you can do this pose, or that you're trying to do this pose, or that you're doing some version of this pose, or that you're just sitting there and you're breathing deep. Honor and believe in yourself. And then bring the hands back down. We're gonna straighten that left leg. I'm gonna lift the left toes, and we're just gonna come back on that right foot. I'm gonna get a nice deep hamstring stretch. Beautiful. Great work. I'm proud of all of you. So you can just put the left hand on the toes. You can bring the left hand back, depending on where your level is. Find a place for your hands, because we're just gonna rest here for a few breaths. I like to actually pull the toes back a little bit and intensify the stretch, but make sure that if you're bending forward, you're keeping the integrity of the spine. So you're trying to reach your heart out first, and you're trying to keep the back in a line, and you're making sure to flex that core, right? Anytime you're bent in the spine, flex your core. A new rule, okay? Anytime you're bending over to pick something up, expand the spine with the breath and then lay forward. Most people hurt themselves because they bend forward too fast and it pinches it. But if they take a breath and bring the space in the vertebrae before they bend over and pick that pencil, they'll never throw their backs out. So inhale, deepen this however you want for the last 3 seconds. And then exhale, we're gonna press back up, coming back to the previous position. We're gonna do one last heart shine out. Enjoy it. And I'm gonna pop up on that right foot, okay? This one's called dragon pose, and it's a yin pose, so we're gonna hold it a little bit longer. So you're gonna come up on that back foot, right? Now, if you wanna just take a nice big breath in on crescent, that's fine, but you don't need to. Just stay here. We're gonna bring the elbows, right? If you can't, use your hands. If you can't, use a block, right? If you can, and you want to, walk down and get into that nice deep dragon pose. I don't know if you know this, but there's a reason it's called dragon. And if we stay here for longer than a minute, you're gonna find out. Because that dragon will start bringing that heat into those hips. So plant those hands, get in there, and now your back might be a little bent. So what does that mean? That means you're gonna suck that core in beautifully. Breathe deep and love on yourself. Is there a way to love on yourself more right here, right now? Is there something you could tell yourself so that way you don't react to that dragon pose? Whatever you want to do, it's perfect. Just keep the breath fluid and free. I think one of the strongest muscles in life is flexibility. Sometimes things interrupt our practice that are absolutely vital. Now, while we're walking in that transition from being in the yoga place to real world, what are we doing? Are we immediately dropping our practice? It's all too often that we lose our practice for the thing, when really the practice is doing our practice with the thing. So anytime something disrupts you or interrupts your flow, see if you can keep your yoga mind in that zone. Because if you do, you're actually doing the yoga. What we're doing now is practice. So I'm gonna let you drop that back leg now if you haven't. I want you to walk back up. You're gonna stretch that foot up one more time, and then beautiful. Bring that leg up, and the next leg up together, and then just squat down for a second on those metatarsals on your feet. These are the most selfless servants you've ever seen. Is that breath still breathing all the way in and all the way out? Are you still keeping the practice of yoga in alignment with your true intentions? Are you able to walk out of your yoga practice and into the real world and deal with real world stuff with that yoga mind? Because that's taking your practice into the real world. It's like we're practicing here so that way the battlefield of the world is easy. All right, now we're gonna take that left foot and we're gonna bring that one back. So we're gonna be coming down first onto that left knee. So find that nice lunge position again. Bring the hands up to the knee and shine your chest out. Beautiful. That's right. If you're breathing deep and you're staying calm, you're already doing this perfectly. They say your life satisfaction is directly proportionate to how comfortable you can rest in an uncomfortable situation, or how comfortably you can be uncomfortable. So maybe this does hurt a little bit. Maybe you're going too far. Maybe you don't feel anything and you need to go a little further, right? Are you doing it out of ego or pride or competition, or are you doing it to your perfect degree? And that's the great part. Only you know what's actually happening for you. Beautiful. So let's come back, press that foot up, stretch forward, sitting back on that other foot, and then reaching forward and bending forward. Beautiful. So this is where we find ourselves today, right? In another forward fold. So if we're doing it properly, our core is staying engaged, our spine is elongated. As we fold forward, we're inhaling first and then exhaling for depth. We're reaching forward to our perfect degree. That may be here. That may be all you need and you feel a great stretch. Perfect. That's what we're here for. Really what yoga is about, besides the mind, the body part, is about finding places that are stagnant, finding places that may not get touched enough, finding places that need stimulation. Because when we stimulate it, it gets circulated. So now we're bringing circulation into those areas. And then when we're breathing deep and slow, we're oxygenating it. And if you stimulate it and you oxygenate it, you're now going to start rejuvenating it. You're going to get a new blood flow, a new oxygen to those places that aren't being moved, and you'll be able to wash out toxins and bring in nutrients. So that's why we're holding it for a little longer, because right about 60 to 90 seconds, this change happens, and we release synovial fluid and hyaluronic acid from those deep connective tissues. So we hold it a little longer. This is more of a yin practice, but we're not going to be holding it quite as long as a traditional yin, which is about 3 to 5 minutes, because, hey, we're almost done. So we're going to walk back forward. We're going to come back up. We're going to get one more chance to really get in there and shine your heart out. Think of something beautiful that you want to send out into the world. Nice. And then pop up on that back foot like that. And then get your foot to a nice position. I like to just spread mine out a little bit because you know those elbows are coming down. Unless you know that you need to be on your hands. Unless you know that you need a block. You know what you need. So just honor yourself. Isn't that silly how hard it is sometimes for us to just honor where we're at? To be okay with that negative emotion or that negative state or that pain in the body, that tightness that we can't push through yet. Like, it's all just a ride, guys. If we got to the end, then the ride's over. We're not trying to get anywhere. We're trying to enjoy where we're at, whether it's the chick, 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 or the or the right? We want to enjoy all the aspects of life because they're all beautiful and perfect just the way that they are. So enjoy that deep hip stretch now. Enjoy unlocking one of the biggest stress depots in your entire life, your own two hips. Can you do it with a calm face? Can you do it with a grace of love from your heart? Can you pour that melting pot of love down your leg and into your soul? Can you do that with deep breaths? That's true beauty in yoga. Couple more seconds here, enjoy. Beautiful. Now walk up to the hands. We're going to bring that left foot forward again. We're going to sit on those metatarsals, our feet. We're going to squat. This time, see if you can bring the balance up so you can actually put your hands in heart position. Yeah. And then, if you want next level, see if you can bring those knees down. So you're kind of sitting up nice and tall. And then, if you want, you can bring the arms back behind you, and you can find your heels or the mat or the floor behind you, and then you can press navel to the sky, and don't lift your head, don't like just flop your neck down because we want to protect ourselves, but try to like lift your soul up so that way your heart is higher than everything, but you're not dropping anything. You're lengthening, you're stretching, that spine's getting a workout, and you're squeezing those glutes so we can get a glute workout, and you're flexing that pelvic floor so we can get a Bondi hold, and you're staying calm and strong, and you're breathing deep and slow in your breath, so it's nice big belly breaths. Keep breathing, 5 breaths here. Enjoy. And of course, you can always smile. Because it's just yoga, guys. Beautiful. Melt the feet back down to the heels, walk the hands back up. Come back to balancing position, and we're going to do a nice forward fold here. So inhale all the way up, and melt all the way down, forward fold. We're just going to take the feet and walk them out a little bit, and we're just going to hang out. We're going to let all that good juice that we just did flip upside down. So I want you to hang out a little bit and enjoy. If you want to swing a little bit, some people like to wrap the arms around the legs and pull in a little more. Just be careful with that lower back because it's sensitive. Breathing in. If you want to breathe in and stretch your spine out, and then exhale, melt back down. Please, at your own ways and your own things, just hold, because we're going to be here for about a minute, just enough to get that blood rush into your head, because if you look, your heart again is higher than your head. So that's a way to flip the perspective. I like to go to beautiful places, go upside down and look at the world in reverse. Sometimes it's a really beautiful scene. Like if you're at the Grand Canyon and all of a sudden the Grand Canyon is the sky and the sky is the sea, and you flip it. Remember that muscle of flexibility we talked about? No matter what kind of distractions and no matter what happens in life, flexibility will make it a much better one, trust me. So breathe, so bend your knees a little bit and breathe in up. And we're just going to do a couple of these things where we're going to inhale up, and we're going to exhale, the arms come down and the chest goes on the legs. So real nice and slow at first, and we'll get a little bit faster. So inhale, that pelvic floor is squeezing, the buttocks are squeezing. Exhale, melting down and releasing all the way. Beautiful. Come back up, squeezing it, staying nice and low in that chair position. Exhale, coming back down. Beautiful. Breathe it in. And breathe it out. Speeding up. 5 more. Here we go. Breathe it in. Exhale. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. 3 more. In through the nose. That lower back should be getting a workout. In through the nose. That core should be engaged. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Last one. Hold. 5. 4. Of course you can breathe. Don't hold the breath. 3. That's right. Just the pose. 2. The breath should always be fluid. 1. Inhale. Stretch up. Exhale, you did it. Bend down, grab your legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands plant, feet come back. Stay in that plank position. We're going to work on a little more core. So I want you to bring the right leg up and the right leg down. The left leg up and the left leg down. So we're going to do that with the inhale to the right. Exhale, right down. Inhale to the left. Exhale, back down. See how that's going? So keep that where we inhale the leg and then we exhale it down. Inhale the leg and exhale it down. But now on the inhale, the leg's up. The exhale, the arm's coming up as the leg goes down. The inhale, the leg coming up. The exhale, the arm's coming up. So you're kind of getting in a teeter top position. Inhale up, exhale up. Inhale up, exhale up. Inhale up, exhale up. Inhale up, exhale up. Almost there. Inhale up, exhale hand. Inhale leg, exhale hand. Beautiful. Come on. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale left, exhale right. Good. Now hold plank and bring the elbows down. And just hold. And if you want, you can move a little bit forward and back on those toes just to kind of add a little bit of extra, or you can just hold. But we got 20 seconds here, so we're about halfway. So breathe in. Can you stay calm in this uncomfortable situation? Can you love on yourself? Can you give yourself some determination and positive affirmations? 5, 4, 3, 2, don't drop. We're coming back up to the hands. Beautiful. Walk the hands back all the way to the legs and hang again. Good job. Nice work. Nice work. Breathe in, flat back. Exhale, melt it down. Walk the hands back out. And we're going to chaturanga. So chest comes down. Inhale, heart shines up. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And hold. Good work. So now we're going to play with something. Another core one. We're going to inhale the right hand to that left leg. And again, if this isn't for you, then put your knees down, take a break. Keep the breath slow and deep through the nose. That's what's important. So here we go. Inhale, right hand to left leg. Exhale, look under. Inhale, right hand back. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left to right leg. Exhale, look under. Inhale, left hand back. Exhale, downward dog. Great. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, look under. Inhale, right arm back. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left to right. Exhale, looking under. Inhale, left back. Exhale, press it up. Good. Now we're going to add the next level. Inhale, right to left. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, go to plank. Exhale, touch the left. Inhale, push the downward dog. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, left to right. Exhale, back to plank. Inhale, left to right. Exhale, melt it down. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, hold. Beautiful. If that didn't mess with your mind, good. We got another round to go. Here we go. Inhale, right hand, left leg. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, come to a plank. Exhale, right to left. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, push it deep. Inhale, left to right. Exhale, bring it back to a plank. Inhale, left to right. Exhale, melt it down. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, let it out. Right into the last round. Inhale, right to left. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, tap the shoulder. Inhale, push it back. Exhale, left to right. Inhale, pull to plank. Exhale, left to right. Beautiful. So now we're just going to go back and forth for 10 seconds. I want you to really engage the core, really engage the butt. The goal here is to not move the body back and forth. You want to be so strong and so stable with everything. For this last breath, give it all you got. Push it really hard so that way what you've got is a nice, strong, steady body. You should be engaging everything from the legs to the hands to the arms. Do everything. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Push it up. All the way to downward dog. Exhale. Melt the knees down. Come to a child's position. Beautiful. You did it. Breathe in deep. Let that lower back expand. Let it stretch. Try to breathe in through the lower back. Try to breathe out through the lower back. So imagine you can expand and relax the lower back from exactly what you're doing right here. Beautiful. Couple more seconds. Rest deeply. Beautiful. Couple more deep breaths. Hopefully we come back on here. Here we go. There we go. Getting phone calls during my yoga, even though my phone's on blocker. See, flexibility, guys. The best thing of all. Okay. Now we're coming out of our child's position, back up onto hands and toes, and we're going to actually swing our legs forward and come onto our tailbones. And for here, we're going to actually go onto our sides. So for me, I'm going to choose my right side first. I'm going to actually come onto my side, hand on the hip, and my right hand's pressing down. Now, if this is too much, you can always come to an elbow. But what we're doing here is we're actually going to lift the hips up, and we're going to hold in a side plank. And we're going to breathe in, and we're going to shine our heart out. Get your heart on, guys. It's a beautiful Saturday. We're loving ourselves and loving our life. Now, this is level 1. Level 2 is you actually reach both out, and then exhale, touch them together. And reach both out again, and exhale, touch them together. And reach both out again, exhale, touch them together. Reach both out again, exhale, touch them together. Perfect. Now we're going to bend that left leg, the top leg, and we're actually going to come to a reverse wild thing or a flip dog. And you're going to shine your heart out, and you're going to beam your beautiful self, and you're going to love the planet. Because that's all you're made of, really, is love. One more deep breath. Get it, get it, get it. Exhale, swing back up, rotate. We're going to go right to the other side. So flip all the way around and come to the other side, lifting up. It's important to stay calm in the face and stay strong in the body. But it's also important that you're not collapsing that shoulder. You're pressing. You're using the strength. You're using all parts of the hand to press down evenly. And then if you want the next dimension, you're going to lift up and you're going to exhale, touch. Breathe it in deep. Exhale, touch. Now you may fall in this position. Great. I actually hope you fall because you learn from the fall. It's not about the fall that defines you. It's about how you recover from the fall. 3 more. 3. Inhale. 2. Beautiful. Inhale. 1. Squeeze everything and plant it and flip it. Good work, B. I hear you working hard. I like it. Flip dog and breathe deep through your nose. Stay calm. You should never make a face that would scare your mama if she snapped a photo. Any face you make in this class should be calm and peaceful, maybe even slightly smiley. They just know you're in a deep state of relaxation meditation. Inhale everything up. Oh, exhale, melt everything down. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring our knees to our elbows and go back and forth. Go back and forth. So I want you to try to breathe in deep and exhale. Breathe in deep and exhale. Breathe in deep and exhale. We're here for 10 more. Breathe in deep and exhale. 8 more. Breathe in deep. Exhale. Beautiful. Keep it up. 6 more. You're almost there. Can you stay calm? Stay strong. 4 more. 4. 3, 2, 1. We're coming back down to those elbows now. Back down to the elbows. And we're just going to shift the heels back to back for our last 30 seconds here. You're doing great. Back and forth, nice and slow. Beautiful. You got this, B. Come on. If you're challenging yourself, good. This video you can play many times. You can continue to get good over all the times that you have. Last 5. 4, 3, 2. Now hold and release. Beautiful. We're going to push back up, all the way back into a child's position just for a second. Inhale, come up. Beautiful. Now from here, we're just going to flip around and get re-centered. So I want you to take a second, put your feet cross-legged, wherever that feels comfortable for you. And just take a second and ground. When we're in a stressful situation, our heart's beating fast, one of the greatest pillars of health is being able to drop that back into calmness. How quickly can you become calm? How fast can you become at peace? No matter what the stress of the world is happening, how much can you honor who you truly are? So let's try. Bring this level of honoring yourself wherever you're at and lift both legs in the air and both hands to the sky. And then see if you can straighten your legs and lift them up high. And see if you can reach everything beautifully and clasp your hands together except that pointer. Are you still breathing slow and deep? Are you still honoring yourself? Beautiful. Now we're going to inhale to the left and shoot out love from your heart to everything on the left. The whole left side of the planet.
I feel it.
You feel it, good. And then inhale, love yourself. Love yourself. And then exhale, come back to the right side. Love the right half of the planet. And then inhale, come back. Love yourself. And then exhale to the left. Love the world. Inhale to yourself. Love yourself. Exhale to the right. Love the world. Inhale straight up. Open the hands with love. Let the heart fly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross those legs back if you can. Oh, we got it today. Boom. Beautiful. You're gonna come with the right foot on top of that left knee. That left foot's gonna be under that right knee. And you're gonna find a nice seated position. And you're gonna breathe the hands all the way up, filling them up completely. And then melting the right arm down, keeping the left in the sky. Now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna try to walk that right hand up the spine as far as it can, because we did a lot of shoulder work today. We're gonna melt the left hand over, and we're gonna find a nice clasp, okay? Now if you can't find a clasp, find this. If you can't find that, find this. If you can't find that, find this. If you can't find that, find this. You see what I'm saying? This is your practice. So today, honor where you're at, and then enjoy it, because you chose it. This is not something to suffer through. This is something to breathe through, to love through, to shine through. So clasp your hands, shine your heart open, stay calm, and love yourself, because you're doing it perfectly. Nice deep breaths, fluid flow. One more breath, enjoy it while it's hot. And then that right arm's just gonna melt down. It might want to go really extra slow, so just let it. And then that right arm's gonna reach out, that left hand's gonna reach up. You're just gonna get some space in your spine, always get some space, and exhale that hand to the right ear, and just rest it a little bit, right? We're not tugging, we're not doing a lot, we're just gently nudging it over into a nice spot in our neck here. Okay, so we're just gonna give it a little bit extra tug, and then this is gonna reach out. So you should feel that line of energy from the tip of your right middle finger all the way to your ear of the left, or the ear of the right ear. The ear of the right ear, the tip of the right ear. From the tip of the right finger to the tip of the right ear. If you can wiggle your ears like me, give it a little wiggle waggle in the ear. And I like to walk my left hand back to the back of my skull, and I like to slowly rotate the head down until I find another spot. And I'm gonna breathe right into that spot and let the magic of the breath open that stressful spot and relax it. Maybe I need to find a couple of spots here, because this is feeling good today. Nice. Now we're gonna relax the head, and then we're gonna lift it with the left hand, so that way we're not putting stress on the neck. And we're gonna breathe in, shine your hearts out, and we're actually gonna melt all the way forward, or as forward as you want. So for me, I'm very flexible in my hips. I can literally leave my hands here and come all the way down. For some of you, you need to walk out. For others, you need to uncross the legs. For some, you need blocks. Be where you're at and breathe deeply. In these quieter moments, it gives us a chance to listen. It gives us a chance to listen to the world around us, but more importantly in yoga, it gives us a chance to listen to the world inside of us. What are we telling ourselves? maybe on an hourly basis or a daily basis or even a weekly basis. What is that voice saying about our world, about ourselves? Are we safe? Are we loved? Are we protected? Are we filled with faith and gratitude and compassion? Or are we negative and judging and hurtful to ourselves and others? Are we condemning and punishing and making things right or wrong? Just merely the act of making something right isn't giving you life fulfillment. It's when you transcend your likes and your dislikes that you're truly free. So when you take these moments of silence, listen to everything intently and see if you can listen to it without judging it and making it right or wrong. One last breath, find your deepest expression wherever you're at. And then exhale, start walking the hands back up. And take that left foot, we're going to stretch it out. We're going to bring that right foot and we're going to stretch it back. And bend the knee, coming onto the tops of the toes, or the tops of the foot here on the right. If you need a little space, slide forward like me. And we're just going to melt back to wherever you want to be. So a lot of people are just here on their hands. Other people are here on their elbows. And the rare few of us who feel like it's comfortable and we can keep the legs down in alignment without hurting the spine, we're going to come down. You can bring the hands up to the side. You can cactus the arms. You can put them over your heart, your belly, so that you're remembering your deep, calm breath. But find out where you're at this pose and enjoy it. Now we're bending the tops of the feet. We want to hit every single thing we can today. I like to flex the left foot too, just to add a little more stability. And when I'm really feeling loose, like today, I'll even put the left foot on top of that right and get a nice deep stretch. But never sacrifice spinal health for extremity stretch. Spinal health is first. So notice my core is tight. I am sucking this core in as if I'm pushing my core into my spine to keep it on the ground. I don't want it might not be all the way flat because there is a little curve, but I don't want to just let it go and arch my back. I want to really stay engaged in the core, and I'm going to squeeze that perennial floor, and I'm going to stay calm in the face, and I'm going to breathe nice and slow into the belly. Last breath. Come back to your position and come out nice and slow. Great work. We're going to bring that right foot out and meet the left, and we're just going to wiggle wobble them out. That's the new official term, wiggle wobble. I'm going to take my palms and I'm going to rotate them so they're pointed to the back of the class or the dome or your house. I see that couch over there, Jennifer. And we're going to lift the hips and try to touch the tips of the toes to the floor by lifting the hips as high as they want to go. So lift your hips and touch your tips and go as far as you'd like them to go. Be careful with your head. Sometimes it feels comfortable to relax it. Other times you just need to keep it in line with the spine. Don't overdo it here. And I'm just going to twist a little bit from side to side because that feels nice for me. It may not feel nice for you, but I really enjoy it. So I'm going to do it. And then you're going to do the practice that feels right for you. But here I always like to make sure I'm keeping my elbows in alignment because you can twist your elbows a little bit and it can cause some inflammation. We don't want that. But if you can do it right, it's a nice little stretch in your elbows. One last chance on a big inhale, touch the tips. Exhale, melt the booty back down. Left foot goes on top of right knee. Right foot goes under left knee. Great job. I'm really happy with what I'm seeing here. I feel like everyone's staying calm and deep breaths, so You're doing this 5 perfectly. Breathe in the arms up. Exhale, melt the left arm down. Wiggle wobble your left arm up your back. Exhale that right hand on top. Try to clasp the fingers. And I like to move that elbow behind the head and go even deeper. But that's only for us who want to and feel like it's appropriate for their bodies. Even some people have knee problems, so then flexing the foot on top helps to alleviate any knee issues. So if you're feeling like your knees are sensitive, but you like this pose, a lot of people will be like this, believe it or not. So that's okay too. So figure out where you're at, breathe in deep, and feel free to smile. You notice one shoulder is bent one direction, the other shoulder is bent the other. We're getting both shoulders to get a nice deep stretch here. Enjoy. One more deep breath, and that left arm's going to come out real slow, nice and slow. Just give it all day, all the time it needs to go. We're not in a rush here. This is Yoga 5. We're integrating. Breathe in, reach that arm up, and then exhale, melt it down. Find your comfortable position. Reach the neck to the right ear as you reach that left hand out. Tips of the left middle finger to the tips of the left top of the ear. Woo! Tips of the finger to the tips of the top of the ear. The tips of the finger to the tips of the top of the ear. Breathe in and just give that neck a chance to unwind. And if you're like me and you want to explore a little bit, just find nice little places here to walk my fingers around. It's also a little bit of a massage when I push my fingers into my neck a little bit, back of my head. I just find all these little places in the deep connected tissue in my neck that just make me feel, so good. Keep going. Keep going. 3 more breaths to find your perfect expression of this pose. Now relax the hand, lift the head up with the hand, find that nice alignment. We're going to inhale, pressing the hands up and give the neck a stretch up. And then we're going to exhale, tilting the head down, clasping the fingers on the back of the head, and just give it a nice little tug here. Something safe and good for you. Good. Now lift the head back up so you find your nice center. We're going to reach the arms out wide and up. And you guessed it, double pigeon or fire log on the other side. We're going to fold back in again. When we fold back in, it's always nice to check in with ourselves because these are one of the most important poses when we fold inward, because it's a literal experience of the metaphysical or the figurative or the intention of yoga. So we now have a physical way where we're bending in and we're coming inside. Literally bringing our awareness inside here because we're folding inside. Now in this position, I want you to think about all those beliefs and all those emotions and all those actions that you've taken. Oh. More wonderful technology. So what I want you to do, just breathe deep, stay calm, and we're back. So here's what I want you to do for this. I want you, while you're breathing in and you're taking this in that forward position, I want you to see those beliefs, those behaviors, and those emotions, even those thoughts that you're thinking. I want you to start seeing them in front of you as like clouds. They're clouds in the sky. Oh, here comes a belief. It might have some storminess to it. It might look a little more gray. Here's another belief. It might be pure and white. Oh, here comes a thought sailing across on a windy day. And here comes another thought breezing up. See all this clouds in front of you. Because what's really happening is you're not your beliefs. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're actually not your behaviors. What you are is the sky that all that exists on. You are the canvas to the painting. Now, we do have choices on how we paint, but more importantly, we have choices to how we react to the painting. That's where the real power comes from. We may use a color that then we judge is not the skyscape that we wanted. Can we enjoy it? Can we enjoy the mistake? I mean, how are we going to learn if we don't make mistakes? You've heard it your whole life. So why do we hold ourselves so judgmentally when we do? So as we hold this pose for a little bit longer, I want you to imagine now that you're seeing what's going on in your field of head, that you're witnessing, ooh, there's the magic, the reality in front of you, that those beliefs and behaviors and judgments, just clouds drifting by, whereas you reside in the sky, judgment-free and wide. So hold this pose a little bit longer, really get a chance for these hips to fully relax and just experience you experiencing you. Inhale, walk the hands back up. We're going to inhale, walking the hands back up. And we're going to come all the way back to our seated position. And we're going to take the legs out. So the right leg's forward, that left leg's going to come back down. You're going to get that foot tucked under, and you're just going to melt back down to wherever your position is. If you want to take that right foot and press it down, if you want to just find your pose again, it may be the same as one side, but it may be completely different. Don't try to prejudge where you're at, even if you just did it on the other side. If we start prejudging a situation, it's almost like we're making expectations. If we start making expectations, we create limitations because it needs to happen in our expectations, or it's not right. Then we make it wrong, then we make ourselves wrong, then we're not worthy of love, and then we hurt ourselves, and we create suffering. What if each time you made an expectation and it failed, the failed expectation was actually exactly what you needed to experience for a more fulfilling and higher potential in your life? What if each time you were disappointed, that was the most beautiful part of your entire life? You're focused on the disappointment, and so you create suffering, when in actuality, the disappointment led to something glorious. We don't really see that. We think of the glorious thing as a separate entity that happened later, but really it stems from a disappointment. You can start to see pretty soon the interconnectivity of the web as you relax your leg back out and start walking back up. And you can start to see that life is much more complicated than our little human minds can imagine, which is why we're here. Not to experience godliness, but to experience humanness. And if we do it right, we get little glimpses of our true inner nature, of our true divinity. Because God, in fact, is omnipotent, omnipotent, and omnipresent, or universe, or spirit, or goddess. So, we're going to do 2 more poses before we get into our relaxation. But before that, I just want you to breathe in Stretch your arms all the way up and come forward for a second. Just kind of putting everything together, all those forward folds into one last one. And just kind of be here, fold in. And then I like to ask myself, who am I? And listen to what the mind will tell you. Maybe it says, I'm Cole. I'm a male. I'm white. I like this. I'm spiritual. I'm a yogi. I'm a meditator. I'm a healer. But maybe it'll say something deeper like, I am energy, or I am unity, or I am one with people. Maybe it'll say something even deeper than that. This is your own inward journey as you fold forward to, who am I? One of the most potent and powerful questions you could ask yourself. Fold forward, and then I want you to melt all the way up. You're going to melt all the way down to your backs, but take your legs with you, so they're going to come up. And you're going to bring those knees in. You're going to give them a quick hug as they come all the way back over the head. You're going to do a plow position. So I like to plant the hands down, lift the legs up, bring the feet above the head, clasp the hands, and pull them down. If this is too much for you, you can go to any position that feels good. We're letting the whole back unwind now. And then 1 foot at a time, I want you to make the elbows planted, put those hands on the kidneys or the hips. 1 foot at a time, come to shoulder stand. Now make sure that the weight is on the shoulders and not the neck. And we're gonna drain all the blood out of your feet and into your head. This is the total reversal of human beings' #1 stressors on everyday life, gravity. We are reversing gravity's normal effects on your body right now. So breathe in, stay calm, and hold this pose for 2 minutes. This gives us a chance to work. Now, you may say 2 minutes is long, but this pose would do you much better if it were more like 20 minutes. So for me, 2 minutes is just enough to get a touch, a little taste of why they call this the king of all yoga poses. So enjoy this, stay calm, and watch again the thoughts, the beliefs, the emotions. Watch them take place on the landscape of the truth that you are the fabric that reality is written on. And that fabric is love, baby. Pure, unconditional love. Breathe in the truth of that. The divinity of love is within you, and you can connect to that and reside in that whenever you choose. It's all love, baby. Are you still breathing slow and deep through the nose? Are you breathing into that belly? Are you filling your lungs completely with each breath? Three more deepest, sweetest, most glorious breaths you can muster in this position. On the exhale, bring your legs back overhead. And you're going to use your core muscles to slowly, slowly unwind. Nice and slow. And as you unwind, keep that right leg bent in. That left leg is going to stretch all the way out. And you're going to give that right leg a nice tug of love. Great work. Great work. Now reach the right arm out. Take the left hand to the right knee and cross it over. You should get a glorious, beautiful stretch all the way from that knee, all the way across that psoas muscle, that piriformis is stretching. You're reaching that arm out, and you'll get a nice back stretch. Now, if you breathe deeply right into that back, watch what happens to that stress and tension that may be in your spine. Watch it dissipate or dissolve just through the intention of your breath. Breathing into that back. A lot of people get a nice deep pop in their back when they relax everything and breathe really deep into it. I love the added shoulder stretch here, especially with all the good shoulder work we did today. And I like to turn my head towards my right arm because it feels good in the neck. For me, unwinding, letting go, grounding down. And then lift that right leg to the sky. Give it one more last hug. Bring it down and switch. Squeeze that left leg in. It's a pose all on its own. And then exhale, right hand outside of left leg, left hand out wide. Cross it over. Turn your head and relax deeply. One last deepest breath of all. Really give that back a chance to unwind. And then inhale that leg back up. Exhale, squeeze it in. Now on this last one, we're going to breathe everything in. We're going to suck it in, bring both legs, squeeze everything. Your toes, your feet, your face, your anal sphincter. Squeeze it all as tight as you can. Squeeze everything. Inhale. Exhale, melt down. You did it. Shavasana. Everyone's favorite pose. Find a nice place for your legs. Let your feet fall to the side. Relax your arms and hands. And I just want you to melt it down. In fact, here's an even better word than melt. Can we dissolve? Right? Imagine from the tip of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, you're almost unzipping this body. And the true essence of you is escaping like all these tiny little bubbles. All that spirit inside is like tiny little bubbles escaping from your body. Like you're slowly unzipping this shell, the shell of a body. And your true essence is letting all these bubbles out. Unzip all the way down the chest and the legs. Let it come all the way out. Beautifully. All those bubbles are releasing, and you can imagine them floating up, and they can reconnect with that big bubble, or they can just pop and release. Whatever feels right for you, just completely let go. And that shell of a body, that skin bag that you're wearing, just let it melt away. Be here in total peace and serenity. Be here in total oneness with all energy. Be here now. You're perfect. You're a blessing. You're a child. You're love. You're innocent. You're pure. You're worthy. You're one. You are exactly as you believe yourself to be, and so much more, infinitely. I love you. I honor you. I bless you for your practice, for your helping heal the planet with your presence. The present of presence is always available to you, and so is transmuting all energy into love energy. I thank you. I respect you. I honor you. I appreciate you. Namaste. Please stay here for another 5 to 10 minutes of deep, restful peace. Please let yourself fully integrate this experience into your heart, into your mind, into the words that you go to speak today. Let this practice set you up right for the battlefield of life. I love you. Namaste.